Is this thing on? Oh, it is. Okay. Look, I'm gonna whine if I want to, okay? I've been thinking about it and reading comments, and I'm like, wait a minute here. Look at everything I've been through in the last. How long has it been? 7 years? Shoot. First was that Dennis started not quite feeling well in 2012. And then he got that blood clot and he was out of work for 8 months. Well, there were three actually behind his knee. Not a good place for blood clots. That just wiped him out. And then he got that vertigo and he had to go to the hospital overnight. No one figured out why that was either. Then in 2015, he just said, I don't feel good. He felt so poorly when he came back from Florida. I was up in, where the hell was I? We were in Dover Foxcroft at that point. You gotta understand, we had it all. We had 2 homes paid for. We had 2 cars not paid for. We had a ton of gold and silver. Well, not a ton, but it was a good amount. And back then it was worth more. When we had to sell it, we had to sell it at the bottom. I lost so much. I'm in a state of freaking shock, okay? I used to be able to go to the grocery store and I didn't use a calculator. I felt so blessed. I felt so lucky. In 2015, he didn't even want to go to his first child's wedding. He was that sick. He went anyway, and I look at the pictures. He really, really looked bad. I don't know where to aim this thing. Terrible video. That lady isn't outside talking on the phone. So maybe I'll get a little peace here. Look at that tree. Is that beautiful or what? Look at that tree. Gorgeous. That's on the other piece. It's raining again. All it ever does around here is rain. I'm sick of it. I'm going to stand under this palm tree. Want to see the palm tree? Da-da-da-da. It doesn't work well as an umbrella, I gotta tell you. And then in 2016, he got sick in January, but he kept working, and he calls me in March because I'm still in Maine with our youngest daughter because she decides to go to public high school, right? He says, Nikki, I'm sitting in the car looking up the driveway. He'd go to yard sales, and that's where he'd buy his goods. He'd ask for gold and silver too, but if they were antiques, he'd buy them. He says, sitting here in the car, and I can't walk up the driveway. I said, God, Dennis, go home and have the boys take you to the doctor. We had a Care 1 in Spring Hill, and it was like urgent care. You could just walk in, and they did a full blood work on him, and they found the mono. We figured it was just mono. He'd get over it, right? No, I watched. In 2016, I was like, he's going to snap out of this. But something's really wrong. And, there were the scares. It sounds like cancer. He's losing weight so fast. Let's look at this and let's look at that. And they looked at everything. And everything was perfect. But they did find in his chest x-ray emphysematous changes, and everybody kind of ignored that. They were concentrating on cancer and sleep apnea and everything but the fact that his lungs weren't right. And he kept saying he couldn't breathe. No one was listening. Your lungs are so full, a doctor said. You couldn't get any more air in them if you wanted to. Well, yeah, wouldn't that be a problem? Hyperinflated lungs? I should sue somebody, but you can't. You gotta have, I talk to lawyers. Too hard to prove in court. Too hard to prove in court. Everything's too freaking hard to prove in court. Meanwhile, financially, we tanked. Had to give up our house. Had to give up our cars. Had to give up our gold and silver. All I've got left is $32,000 from it all. From hundreds of thousands of assets to $32,000. How the heck would you feel? Oh, it could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse. I could be living in a can down by the river. I can't even afford a van. Can't find a van. Can you fit? What the heck? Hey. Can I help you? Where the heck did he come from? Can you see that? It's a duck. No, I don't have anything. I really don't have anything. I can't even find alone time outside. Ducks, chickens. He's following me. He probably thinks this is a box of crackers that I'm holding. Let's go look at there's another one. Over by the banana trees. I didn't want to talk in the backyard because Michael's trying to sleep. He's on the porch. If he hears the voices outside, he might wake up. I'm afraid to walk on the grass because there's hornets all in the grass. In the backyard here. There's the canal. It's down better, but we're going to have rain for the next week with flooding. So yeah, if I want to feel sorry for myself, damn it, I'm going to feel sorry for myself. Do you know what it was like? What it was like watching my breadwinner go to hell in a handbasket? I cried. I cried all the time. And sometimes I banged my head against the wall because I couldn't believe it. I wanted to, like, if I banged my head hard enough against the wall, I might wake up out of this. That duck is following me. Maybe he'll bring me good luck. I sure could use it. So yeah, I feel mega insecure. I've got $32,000 to my name. I do have a bunch of crap to sell. If it sells. I hope to God it sells. It's mostly paper. Paper is very, what's the word? It's a specialty, and you've got to find people that want it or understand it. Think that they can sell it. Or a collector. And collector items, they have to be of great value and pristine, and I have very little of that. I don't know what I have in my postcards because I don't know postcards, and I can't find anyone who'll be honest with me. That's dealers, you know. Dennis was always honest. That's why I ended up here. He had mercy on widows and people who were in financial trouble, and he always paid them more. I hope God's treating him well, wherever he is. Up there somewhere. If there's an up there, maybe it's more of like a different dimension that we don't understand. I mean, I know the Bible speaks simply about heavens and that sort of thing, but there's so much to this big world, you know? So much we don't understand, and I think we should have an open mind as to what may be. I hope he's traveling. He was such a free spirit. He loved to travel. You know, I wanted to keep the Milo house. I was thinking about that today, and I wanted to rent it out. And I wish he would have let me, and Dennis didn't. I don't want to be a landlord. Well, let me be a landlord then, for Pete's sake. I understand. He was a free spirit. He didn't want to be bogged down by anything. But he did like having a house. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. You just never know when your turn will come along. And your whole world will just split in two. And all that's left is pieces, and you have to try to pick up what little pieces you can salvage. I'm pissed. This isn't the way the story was supposed to go. And then, you know what's worse of all? I had $250,000 of life insurance on Dennis. And it ended in May 2016 because he was sick. I couldn't renew. Oh, yeah, for $600 a month I could renew, they said, because no one knew what was wrong with him. We didn't even have an income then. I was living off of what was left of our gold and silver. So if I seem a little upset, please understand where I came from. I'm sorry about the horrible videoing. I came from, we finally made it financially. We finally had Easy Street. We were finally going to be able to enjoy life a little bit. And what happens? Well, you know what happens. And then when he just couldn't take it anymore, and he knew he wasn't going to the hospital. He wasn't going to the hospice facility. He didn't even want the hospice nurse to come over. Go shopping, he says. Go shopping, Nikki. Bye, Denny. I'll be back in an hour. But you'll already be gone. I think he did it as soon as I drove out of the driveway. And now here I am. And I'm as angry as a whole shitload of hornets. My frickin' nest has been stepped on, and I just want to sting somebody. What good's it gonna do to sting someone else? Life's hard enough, right? I don't wish this on anybody, but I bet it happens. Right now it's happening to someone. God, please remember them. Remember all your children and all your widows and widowers all over the earth. And do something good for them. Let them know you're there. Amen. And I pray for all of you out there. I'm so sorry for the things you're going through. I don't know why life is so unfair. Why God picks some to have a life of ease and others have it so hard. A lot of people have it way worse than me. At least I've got 4 children who are crazy about me, you know? I'm not sure why, but what the heck? I must have done something right. My face is all swollen. I've been eating cupcakes. I tell Denny Jr., I want a sweet. And so he gets not just ice cream, he bought cupcakes too. So then I have half a cupcake with ice cream on it. The cupcake wasn't very good, I gotta tell you. And then we had pizza last night. I only ate 1 slice, but I ate a cupcake too. I guess Minnie Van Lee was right. She said, quit eating, just eat a tomato. Yuck. She doesn't understand. I can't taste anything. Food's all I got left. That doesn't make any sense because I can't taste it anyway. I don't make any sense. I'm losing my mind. Okay. And yeah, Lori S., I actually do better with tragedy videos than I do with fluff and stuff videos or political videos or anything else. People want to know that someone besides them is suffering. Here I am. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Hi, Esther. I hope you're doing well and I hope everything's going really well for you and your husband. Just find strength somewhere. You're strong. You're going to be okay no matter what happens. And we can't live forever, unfortunately. It just feels like it sometimes. Okay, that's it. I'm going now. I'm done complaining. No, I'm not done complaining. I'm going to complain tomorrow, too. Bye.